What's up, everyone? Welcome to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. It's going to be a fun time today. We got a really great match for you. Really two good, very good players meeting up, I believe, for the first time in singles combat. I think they've seen each other in teams once or twice, but we have David Garcia coming hot off his win against Jake Meltzer. Playing now, Kaleb Koho. Haven't seen Koho in a minute. Last time we saw him was his contender match at the end of last year against Scully. And then prior to that, he was in the tournament, did very well. But we haven't seen him for a minute in singles. We saw him in Last One Standing, where Koho performed very well. And David, obviously, the current team's champion. So we got two really good players who have been playing very well this year so far. I'm excited to see what happens. Enough from me. Let's talk to them or listen to what they have to say, because computer, you can't really talk. They won't hear you. All right, promo time.
Hiya, Mike.
Hey. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm playing Kaleb Koho today.
Yes, the captain.
So, exactly. Well, I think he was a king. Wasn't he a king? I'm a
He
little
was a king, but then became Captain Pirate, bitch.
All right, Captain Pirate.
But now you're the captain now.
I am. And you know what the captain has?
What?
Gold. And I
Yeah.
do have that now. I do have the gold. But okay. Can we both agree that I am not singles championship material?
No, you're not
No.
at all. And that's why I'm here, to make sure that you stay that.
I am
You don't
not
need you
singles.
winning gold and singles. It's bullshit.
No. I am not singles championship material. But yesterday at my job, I was like, you know what? I should probably watch a movie, like Fandom movie, maybe. Study, maybe get a glimpse at it. And then I said, you know what? I think I should put on Return of the Jedi. I really think I need to brush up on those movies, most of them all. So, yeah, I'm taking this match very, very, very seriously. I'm ready. Straight up out of the village, people.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's do this.
Okay, buy our shit.
Buy your shit.
What's up, Fandom? When Tuig and Tim left, everyone went, "Oh, the power vacuum is just going to be Joe and Scully, and maybe Holtzman and Albert, all just fighting around for the belt forever and ever and ever and always, and that the greatest players of Fandom of all time are out of here, and it's just Scully's world and Joe's world." And there's a surprising lack of my name in that conversation. I was a little confused by it, and then I thought about it. Everyone seems to have forgotten about me. So let me remind you who I am. I am Fandom co-founder, the King Kaleb Koho, two-time Teams Championship contender, and Singles Championship contender as well from last year, where I took Tuig pretty damn far. Also, this year in Last One Standing, I did pretty fucking good. So you can say I'm just the mouthpiece. I'm just Scully's partner. But if there's one goal this year, it's I think I'm just gonna remind you all that I'm not just top 10, not top 7. I'm not in the league. Top 3 of all time. Let's play.
Very good promos. David appears to be a wizard wearing a pirate hat. That is what I interpret it as. Seems ready. As for Koho's promo, no comment. Let's get right into the match. Round number 1 is going to work like this. Each player will get 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. You will have 15 seconds to write down your answer to each question. At the end of 15 seconds, I'll say pens down. You will then reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer will be worth 1 point apiece. Should any player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Gentlemen, any questions as we get into round 1? All right, your first question will come in the category of Alien versus Predator. How does the new alien creation that believes Ripley to be its mother die at the end of Alien Resurrection? These movies are bad. This one particularly is not the best.
Would you accept the general answer?
Yes, but we need what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Koho.
We get sucked into space through a hole.
And David.
Sucked into space through a hole.
Wow, that's yeah, that's correct. That'd be wild if that's exactly what we had too. But sucked out of the spaceship, yeah, that works. All right, it's tied 1-1 as we get to the second question, which comes in the category of YA. What does Katniss teach Beetee to do in the training room the first time she meets him in the Hunger Games Catching Fire? I got nothing. I'll hit you up on the next question.
This is rum, by the way.
Oh, fitting. 5.
I don't drink alcohol, so it's light rum.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Make fire.
And Koho.
I said set a trap.
Make fire is correct. So David takes the first lead 2-1. The third question, which comes in the category of Star Wars. What is the name of Finn's stormtrooper captain who dies in The Last Jedi?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is my mug. I like it very much. Shout out, Toby. I'll wake up in a minute. Don't worry. I'll have a lot more to say. I promise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Koho.
Phasma.
And David.
I zoned out for a second. Phasma.
Phasma is correct. Point apiece. As we get to the next question, it comes in the category of Disney animation. What power does the young Antonio get from the miracle in Encanto? I think this is the first Encanto question. Could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe shooting out of order, but not a bad movie. I thought I didn't like it at first, but I realized I was very tired and I fell asleep for a lot of it, and I was like, oh, this has so many plot holes. And then I watched it a second time, and I was like, oh, no, it doesn't. I just wasn't awake. 5.
It's a big one in the middle.
3.
How do we get to the end here?
Pens down. We will go to Koho, I think.
Talks to animals.
And David.
Talking to animals.
That is correct. One apiece. David leads 4-3. We get to the next question. It comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. Maurice Evans appears in how many Planet of the Apes films? Speaking of rum, I had a lot of that about 2 days ago. And because I am old now, I still feel like crap. What are you going to do? I vowed never to drink again. Catch me in 2 weeks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to David.
3.
And Koho.
3.
Both incorrect. The correct answer is 2. Dr. Zayas.
Ah. Shit.
So no more perfect rounds. David leads 4-3.
One second, something popped up in my screen. There.
All right. David leads 4-3 as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Which Wizarding World film features the songs Magic Works and This Is the Night? I like Dr. Zayas. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not just going to talk about the previous question. I wish I could talk to animals. See what I did? I went back 2 questions. I think the first animal I would talk to would be bunny. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Koho.
Goblet of Fire.
And David.
Bottom of the Deadly Horsepower 1.
Goblet of Fire is the correct answer. Hashtag do the hippogriff. Koho ties the game 4-4. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Pixar. What does Miguel's family historically make for work in Coco? This is a lovely, lovely film. Someone recently, I forget who, said it was like mid-tier to low-tier Pixar, and I just don't think that's correct. Don't even remember who it was, so I can't be mad at him right now. But if that's your opinion, fuck you.
Recommended this movie to a grandmother the other day for
3,
her grand.
2, 1. Pens down. Go to Koho.
Shoes.
And David.
Shush.
Shoes is correct. 5-5. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of the MCU. Which 3 people fly aboard the Ebony Maw's ship that takes them back to Titan in Avengers Infinity War? Kevin Feige came out recently, and he said there's not going to be any more Avengers movies. And I said, well, then I'm not going to watch anymore. And he immediately called my bluff. And I said, I'm sorry. Please keep making stuff. But also, no more TV. How about? And he said, no, we're going to do TV. 5. 3. I hate him, too. I don't hate him, but I'm disappointed. Pens down. David.
Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man.
And Koho.
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Iron Man.
That is correct. Point apiece. 6-6. As we get to the penultimate question, which comes in the category of horror icon. Bill, the last person Pamela kills in the original Friday the 13th, is killed with what kind of weapons? Not to be confused with the other Bill that we're all aware of. He, to my knowledge, survived the Pamela attacks. He just said a lot of really loud stuff, and she got scared and turned around and ran away. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
1. That is Koho's first repeat. The question again. Bill, the last person Pamela kills in the original Friday the 13th, is killed with what kind of weapons? But yeah, no. Bill was there just yelling at her like, I hate Harry Potter. And Pamela, who is a very big Harry Potter fan, was so offended that she hightailed it and ran, and that's how Bill survived. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to David.
Arrows. Arrows.
So knives.
Arrows is the correct answer. David will take another 1-point lead, 7-6. As we get to the final question of round number 1, as there are no perfect rounds, it will come in the category of Marvel. And the question is, who plays Rasputin in The King's Man? There might be some layers. The second this was eligible, I wrote this question. No one should be surprised. I wanted to get it out of the way early. Now we're not going to ask it again, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Koho.
He's the best part of the movie. Rhys Ifans.
And David.
Rhys Ifans.
Rhys Ifans, whatever. Yeah, that works. Both correct. David will lead 8-7 at the end of round number 1, and what a good round it was. As we move to round number 2, round number 2 is the wheel round. The round is going to work like this. Each player will get a spin at the wheel, of which has 8 fandom categories on it. If the player likes what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep it if they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you would like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1. Stealing is available in round number 2. Now, David, you are in the lead, and your categories on the wheel today are Star Wars, DC, Wizarding World, Alien vs. Predator, Disney live action, DreamWorks, scores and soundtracks, and Star Trek. With that being said, David, would you like to spin first or defer?
I usually follow my Captain Joe in these situations. Mike, what do you think we should do?
Well, first of all, you're already fucking up. You're supposed to be losing. This is why I'm here. You're supposed to be
is true.
losing. This is bullshit.
That's
But I think you should go second.
okay.
Let the captain go first. Fuck it.
Okay, let's go second.
Now, and Mr. Koho, this will be your first spin. Lands on Star Wars. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right. Okay. Mr. Koho, I will be giving you your questions in the category of Star Wars, as you may have guessed, I'm the only one here. Are you prepared?
Yeah.
All right, your first question. Which Star Wars film features a location called Nema Outpost?
The Force Awakens.
That is correct for 2 points. And the lead. Your second question. What type of creature is Captain Tarpals in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace?
Gungan.
That is correct. For 2 points. All right, your third question. What was sent back to Jabba after he sent out bounty hunters to try and find his son in the Clone Wars?
The heads of the bounty hunters.
That is correct for 2 more points. Oh, your penultimate question in Star Wars. How many people have directed more than one Star Wars film?
Doing the game where I'm making 100% sure. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Koho's second repeat. The question again. How many people have directed more than one Star Wars film?
Two.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question of the round. In The Empire Strikes Back, what does C-3PO think he hears, which leads him to a room where he is shot by stormtroopers?
I'll take multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, a Wookiee, B, an R2 unit, C, another protocol droid, or D, a lightsaber?
B as in boy.
B is correct for 1 more point and a clean sweep of Star Wars. Very well done. Koho gets his score up to 16 to David's 8. As we bring back up the wheel and Mr. Mike Hanley. David.
Well, Mike, you have done a great job because I will have spun Star Wars.
Fucking A, we're going on the right fucking path here.
I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel now. This is your first spin.
Disney, let's go.
Mike's always been my spy.
Hold on,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mike, I fucking love you. Okay. Can I see the options on the wheel? Okay.
You may indeed. You have DC, Wizarding World, Alien vs. Predator, Disney Live Action, DreamWorks, scores and soundtracks, and Star Trek.
It's like 2 options I'm like debating at the moment.
We'll need an answer in like a good 30 seconds.
Yeah. See, this is the part where it'd be like there'd be entertainment because I'd be talking with someone, but since I'm gonna go with DreamWorks.
All right. That's good. There goes the wheel. David, are you prepared for your questions in the category of DreamWorks animation?
Sure.
All right, your first question. Which DreamWorks film features the characters Lee, Kai, and Mei Mei?
Abominable.
That is incorrect. Koho, chance for a 2-point steal.
Interesting. That sounds familiar. So it couldn't have been Abominable then. Maybe.
Answer in 5.
Spirit Untamed.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Kung Fu Panda 3.
Ah.
Oh,
Lee is his father, Kai is the bad guy, and Mei Mei.
what's the name of the?
Yi, I think?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Anyway, David, your second question. What do snails call the tomato that eventually falls in Turbo?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options is it A, Big Red, B, Veggie Titan, C, Crimson Boulder, or D, Juicy Cherry?
A.
A is correct, and those were ridiculous things that I just said. David, your third question. How many babies do Toothless and the Light Fury have at the end of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World?
Three.
3 is correct for 2 points. All right, David, your penultimate question. Which famous musician voices King Thrash, Barb's father, in Trolls World Tour?
I think I know, but if I'm mistaking it, he's going to steal. Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options is A, Gene Simmons, B, Ozzy Osbourne, C, Willie Nelson, or D, Mick Jagger?
Okay. Repeat the option.
Okay, your options again is it A, Gene Simmons, B, Ozzy Osbourne, C, Willie Nelson, or D, Mick Jagger?
B, as in boy.
B is correct for 1 point. As we get to your final question in DreamWorks, David. What does the Piper's music make the ogres do in Shrek Forever After?
Dance.
That is correct for 2 more points. And the end of round number 2. Koho with the lead, 16 to David's 14. Very close game as we get into round number 3.
Happy worse.
3 is going to work. It is the betting round. You'll get 5 more questions in random fandom categories. If you get a category, you'll be able to bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points. If you get the question correct, you will gain those points. If you get the question incorrect, you will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get to round number 3? All right. Your first category for which you can bet points on is James Bond. And we will get bets starting with Koho.
0.
And David.
1.
All right. The question in James Bond. Which Bond film features a castle made of ice and a space beam that harnesses the power of the sun? Those are 2 cool things. That'd be like 1 and 2 if a genie gave me 3 wishes. It'd be like this. And then wish 3, maybe like a sandwich. Might be hungry at the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Koho, who bet 0.
I said the world is not enough.
And David.
Die Another Day.
So the title of the movie is Die Another Day,
fuck.
not Die Another Die. So unfortunately, we cannot accept that.
I cannot believe I did that.
Even though it sounds like you knew the answer, but that's unfortunately incorrect. David will lose 1 point. Koho will stay right where he is. The score is now 16 to 13. As we get to the next category, you can bet points on, which is Disney live action. And we will get bets starting with David.
1.
And Koho.
0.
All right. The question in Disney live action. How did Barbosa say he lost his leg in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides?
Okay, let's be
Some
very
reaction.
careful with the words.
Got a feeling there might be some reaction once the question. Actually, once the third word was read.
Never
I
fucking
was
happens to me.
I was correct.
It never fucking happens.
Need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll start with Koho, who bet 0,
You cut it off.
and David.
He got it himself.
That is correct. David will gain 1 point. Koho will stay right where he is. It is 16-14. Once again, as we
Swear
get
to
to
God.
the third question of round number 3, it is the category of fandom quotes. We will get bets starting with Koho
0.
and David.
0.
All right, stats only round. And your question in fandom quotes is, in Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I gotta stop doing that. I've done that twice in matches now. I apologize. It's unprofessional. Your question in fandom quotes is as follows. Which MCU villain said, "Because I do not forgive your people for taking the life of my father and his father before him. 1,000 years of war between us will not be forgotten." A long one. Need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Koho.
I don't give a shit. I wrote down Twilight. I don't even fucking know what we were talking about. I zoned out.
I at least put Luffy.
Sure.
Both incorrect. One a little less incorrect than the other. The correct answer was Ronan the Accuser.
I'll be totally honest with you. I zoned that question out entirely.
Well, we were looking for an MCU villain, and you wrote down a movie starring a sparkly dude.
Yep.
Fuck it. No points gained or lost as we Koho still leads 16-14 as we get to the penultimate category of round number 3, which will be Alien versus Predator. And we will get bets starting with David.
2.
And Koho.
1.
Alrighty. A question. An Alien versus Predator. Who plays Mac in 1987's Predator? This is very tense. No one here to take the tension away. Answers in 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Right, that is David's first repeat, I believe. And the question again: who plays Mac in 1987's Predator? Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. What a time for that ding to arrive. All right. We will get answers first, starting with Koho.
Is it Bill Duke?
And David.
Said Bill Nunn.
And your winner, Kaleb Koho. The correct answer was indeed Bill Duke. But David, very close right there. I believe Bill Nunn is also a person.
Probably.
Hell of a match. Wow, what a time. That was a great match from start to finish. David having the lead out of round 1. Koho, you know what? Screw it. We're going to talk to people because everything I was about to say, I'm also going to say to them. So you'll hear it in a second. We'll start first with our unfortunate loser today, David Garcia. David, Mike, mission accomplished?
Yeah, there was no unfortunate about it. We fucking came. We did what we had to do. Fucking
Hey.
That being said, David, this is only your second loss in Fandom Fights. You have been on a heck of a run. You just beat a very good player in Jake Marangoni, and you took Koho to the end.
I think it was the other Jake M. But
Yeah. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, Meltzer. I just talked. Yeah, that's Jesus.
Don't ever compare those two.
Yeah,
one's an Australian. The other one's that guy.
His name is even the other one, and I picked it up anyway. David, how you feeling about the match today?
I got opponent's choice, and I feel like it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
In terms of scores and soundtracks was there, Disney live action was there, so it was. I am a little bummed because as I said, what I said at the beginning is true. I don't think I am a singles fandom championship material yet. I'm planning on being singles championship material, but I don't think I am yet because I have weaknesses. But when Joe is not next to me, come like in the front lines more. But I am bummed because of this stupid James Bond miss that will have been a tie, and it will have probably changed the match. And I like Die Another Day. I do. It was the first James Bond movie I ever saw as a kid, and I really like it. I mean, I have fond memories of it.
Very good. I'll give you that.
And yeah, then Bill Duke. I had Bill Duke. Then Bill Nunn. I don't. It's those stupid little things. So yeah, it sucks to go out that particular way. But Koho played great. So yeah, and he aced the Star Wars, which I'm kind of proud in some way.
For sure. No, I agree. David, even with opponent's choice, getting as far in the match as you did is certainly very impressive. This does end your sort of little run here, but we will see you again very soon in that there singles tournament in that summer. Is there anyone you're looking to run into in that singles tournament?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is. Alex.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Awesome. Well, we'll see if we can make it happen. Great job today, David. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, Mike, as always, for being here. As we bring in our winner today, Kaleb Koho. Koho, listen, I don't want to be that guy, but the last time you played a singles match, you didn't do too hot.
No, it was bad. It was very bad. It's very bad match.
Today, not only did you play well in answering things correctly, you played very well strategically. This is a match I might point to and be like, this is where strategy comes into play. Because taking David's clear biggest strength on your first spin and then sweeping it shows you clearly did some preparation and you took out, you cut him off at the knees. So huge move, huge game time move. And then playing round 3 is very intelligently, very smart. How are you feeling about your performance?
I feel pretty okay about it. I definitely feel like there was a lot of ring rust that I needed to knock off playing this one. That round 1 was not nearly as good as I normally have been or know I can be. I mean, it's complaining about 7, but for me, I want to be better than 7. Star Wars, I feel very good about. I prepped that all week because I was that's the 2 categories on the wheel that I was like, well, I got to get to AVP now and I got to watch Star Wars, and the rest of the wheel is gold for me. And I'm glad I got it. You're exactly like you said. I took it because I knew that would be his biggest thing off the wheel. And then it worked out with opponents. It was a literal. I was either gonna give him scores, Disney live action, or DreamWorks, and there was something in my gut that was like, hey, DreamWorks. It might be a little bit tougher. It's not things that I don't think anyone is sitting here going, DreamWorks is my number 1 category. I figured that might be a different thing that could work, and it worked out enough. Probably should have gone with scores, but
Fair.
It worked. And I never bet on Disney live action because I'm always like, oh, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do 1. I almost put 1. And of course, the one time I don't put the 1, it's the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean again. And I'm so irritated about that.
Not to make a face while you were deciding to play it was the bad one, though. It's the one you don't like.
Oh, it was the worst one. So I'm not too broken up. It's not like you asked me a dead man's chess question or something.
Yeah. Koho, with this win, you're on quite an interesting track here. For the 3rd time, I believe, in about a year and a half,
yeah,
you have found your way to a singles number 1 contender match. You will be in that contender match with either fellow faction mate Matthew Chen or fellow faction mate Albert Weird Harmon. Any preference, any thoughts about facing either of those 2?
No, but I think it's really interesting that this will mark the 3rd number 1 contender match that I've been in. In all 3, I've had to play a faction mate. It was Joe, it was Scully, and now it's either Matthew or Albert. And I would be fine playing either. Matthew's gotten really, really good. Like, he was like our rookie last year. They were like, we can make something like really great with you. You have promise. And then this year he's just like, hey, I take the ball and run with it. So I love the kid. But Albert is Albert. He's one of my guys. Since we were able to get him, I was like, I have believed in Albert. So I would love to see Albert in a number one contenders match. I don't want to play him, but I would love to see him in that number one contenders match. I'd love to see either one. I'm just excited to be back in another one. And there's a certain X faction mate that we're 1-1 against each other who holds that belt. I'd like to break that trilogy and bring my first belt home. So.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you try to accomplish that. Great job today. If today is any showing, you may just be able to back up what you say. Should be a fun time. Well done, Koho. Well done, David. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to everyone for being here for this very exciting match in Fandom Fights. Sure to check out all the other matches we got going on. There's a ton of them. Just YouTube, there's like a list. It's a great time. But for everyone here, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.